Dengan izin Ya Arif, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, Assalamualaikum, selamat sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Prosiding pendengaran penerimaan masuk Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya pada hari ini, Jumaat 19 Februari 2021, dijalankan secara sidang video Zoom di atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan perintah kawalan pergerakan. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Dato Ahmad Kamal bin Muhammad Shahid, Hakim Mahkamah Tinggi Bahagian Kuasa-Kuasa Khas 1. Seterusnya, Mahkamah ingin mengingatkan semua pihak supaya kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai giliran. Diminta kepada wakil-wakil yang hadir pada hari ini bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor untuk memperkenalkan diri. Silakan.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya Aisyah Falina Abdullah, Peguam Kanan Persekutuan hadir bagi pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia Ya Arif.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya Chua Kim Hong Rudin mewakili Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, K. Selvi mewakili Jawatan Kuasa Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Mahkamah akan memanggil nama petisyen satu persatu. Apabila nama petisyen dipanggil, pempetisyen diminta berdiri dan memperkenalkan diri. Kemudian peguam pengusul atau mover akan membacakan latar belakang pempetisyen sehingga selesai. Dengan izin Ya Arif, petisyen pertama 18-230-01-2020. Silakan P1, perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Arif, saya Herna binti Nafi, pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan M1. Puan Atika. Sila unmute. Puan Atika, M1.
I think she's frozen.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya Atikah binti Abdul Razak hadir sebagai peguam penyusul bagi pihak pempetisyen pertama. Sahabat saya Herna binti Nafi hadir bersama-sama saya ialah rakan-rakan yang bijaksana yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia Puan Aisyah Falina binti Abdullah, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Mr. Chua Kim Hong dan jawatan kuasa Kuala Lumpur Puan Yang Arif. Sebelum saya mengusulkan pendengaran permohonan Malaya, saya memohon keizinan untuk memperkenalkan Pempetisyen terlebih dahulu.
Puan Atika,
Pempetisyen,
bentar, Puan Atika, adakah you punya masalah internet? Saya macam ni lah, saya hari ni adalah
izin Arif. Petisyen kedua 18-314-02-2020. Silakan P2 perkenalkan diri.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Langsung, Pempetisyen Kedua.
Dan izin Yang Arif, saya Toli Kim hadir pada hari ini untuk mengusulkan petisyen bagi Pempetisyen Encik Lau Kim Sing. Juga hadir pada hari ini adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Puan Aisyah Falina Abdullah bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Encik Chua Kim Hong Rudin bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia, dan Puan Selvi Kana Sabai bagi pihak Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Dan rendah diri, saya pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk bertutur dalam bahasa Inggeris.
silakan.
May it please you, my Lord. It is with much pleasure and honor that I appear before my Lord this morning to move the petition of Mr. Lau Kim Sing. For my Lord's information, the petitioner was born on the 6th of December 1996 in Kuantan, youngest born child to Mr. Lau Kok Wing and Mrs. Lam Set Fong, who are present today in the petitioner received his secondary education at SMK Sultan Ismail. Upon completing his secondary education, the petitioner did his A-levels at Brickfields Asia College. The petitioner then graduated with a Bachelor of Law degree with first-class honor from University of Liverpool in 2018. Thereafter, the petitioner proceeded to obtain his certificate in legal practice. On February 2020, the petitioner has commenced his pupillage under Mr. Lam Jia Chuan's guidance from Messrs. Lee, Lam and Tam, and had completed his pupillage in the month of November 2020. My Lord, on this memorable day, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express his utmost gratitude to his parents, Mr. Lau Kok Wing and Mrs. Lam Set Fong, for the limitless, tender, loving and care, their undivided financial and moral support. The petitioner would also like to share his achievement with his two siblings, Mr. Lau Kit Sing and Ms. Lau Man Yi, for the encouragement and constant support. The petitioner would like to express deepest gratitude to Mr. Lam Jia Chuan for his patience and guidance. As a pupil of Mr. Lam Jia Chuan, he had the privilege of learning and exploring civil litigation and conveyancing matters. The petitioner also wishes to express his gratitude to the lawyers and staff at Mercers Lee, Lam and Tam for making his time while reading in chambers a meaningful and unforgettable experience. Lastly, the petitioner would like to specially thank to Wei Hao, Chi Yang, Vince, Juni, and Jackie for being there for him to make the tough times more bearable. May it please you, my lord, I believe your petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I also believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that the Attorney General of Bar Council and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections. Accordingly, I humbly pray that this honourable court grants an order that the petitioner Lau Kin Sing be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Jawatan Kuasa Selangor tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Lau Kin Sing untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
And my lord, may I seek leave from this honourable court for the petitioner to robe himself?
Dibenarkan, silakan.
Much obliged, my lord.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, petisi pertama dipanggil semula 18-230-01-2020. Silakan P1.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Herna binti Napi, Pempetisyen pertama.
Okey, silakan M1, Puan Atika.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya Atikah binti Abdul Razak hadir sebagai peguam penyusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen pertama. Sahabat saya sendiri, Puan Herna binti Napi, hadir bersama-sama saya ialah rakan-rakan yang bijaksana yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Puan Aisyah Falina binti Abdullah, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Mr. Chua Kim Pong, dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, Puan K. Selvi. Yang Arif, sebelum saya mengusulkan pendengaran permohonan Pempetisyen untuk diterima masuk dan daftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, saya memohon keizinan untuk memperkenalkan Pempetisyen terlebih dahulu. Ya Arif, Pempetisyen dilahirkan pada 1 Mac 1998 dan merupakan anak kelima daripada 10 adik-beradik. Beliau telah pun berkahwin dan diamanahkan dengan seorang puteri yang berusia 3 tahun. Pempetisyen dibesarkan dalam keluarga yang sederhana. Bapa beliau, Nakim bin Rais, dahulunya adalah seorang buruh, pembantu bas dan teksi, manakala ibu beliau, Nati binti Baku, seorang suri rumah. Namun, kecukupan daripada Allah kepada Pempetisyen sekeluarga merupakan satu nikmat yang tidak terhitung. Beliau mendapat pendidikan awal di Sabah. Seterusnya, beliau melanjutkan pelajaran dalam bidang undang-undang sivil dan syariah di Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia dan ke peringkat sarjana dalam bidang fiqh dan usul fiqh di universiti yang sama. Beliau tidak pernah berkhidmat sebagai guru selama 3 tahun di Sekolah Menengah Usahawan Al-Amin, Ulu Kelang, sebelum menjadi latihan Kamal di Tetuan Bahari-Bahari. Di kesempatan ini, Pempetisyen ingin merafakkan kesyukuran kepada Allah yang melurungkan langkah di atas jalan ini. Tiadalah daya dan kekuatan melainkan datang dari Dia. Kepada suami beliau, Muhammad Helmi Zainal Abidin, yang sentiasa mendorong beliau, kedua ibu bapa yang memberi ruang kepada Pempetisyen meneroka dan menggali ilmu dalam bidang yang diminati. Hakikatnya, merekalah inspirasi dan pencetus awal kepada cita-cita dan impian Pempetisyen. Kepada ahli keluarga besar beliau, Master Tuan Haji Maknur Bahari, rakan-rakan, para guru dan murabbi, beliau mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi perhargaan dan terima kasih. Pempetisyen mendoakan semoga Allah melimpahkan kebaikan-kebaikan kepada mereka atas dorongan, nasihat dan ilmu yang telah dan masih dicurahkan kepada beliau. Ya Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan di bawah Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976 untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya bahawa semua dokumen dan surat cara Pempetisyen adalah dalam keadaan teratur dan rakan-rakan yang bijaksana yang mewakili 3 badan yang berkaitan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan daripada permohonan Pempetisyen. Ya Arif, oleh demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon daripada Mahkamah yang mulia ini agar Pempetisyen Herna binti Naping diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Jawatankuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya memohon kebenaran dari mahkamah ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri beliau.
Saya tak benarkan. Sebab saya tak bagi perintah lagi. Tunggu sampai saya bagi perintah, baru saya
tak dengar.
Saya tak bagi perintah, macam mana nak jubah? Bentar sabar. Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesi Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Herna binti Naping untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Baik, sekarang saya membenarkan Pempetisyen untuk menjubahkan jubahnya sendiri. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Arif. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih Arif.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, petisyen ketiga 18348-02-2020. Silakan P3 perkenalkan diri anda. P3 sila perkenalkan diri. Unmute dulu. Unmute. P3 unmute.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Hugh Yok Kuan, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Dan izin Yang Arif, saya To Lee Kim sekali lagi hadir pada hari ini untuk mengusulkan petisyen bagi Pempetisyen Cik Hugh Yok Kuan. Juga hadir pada hari ini adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya bagi pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan bagi pihak Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini, Yang Arif. Dan rendah diri, saya pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk bertutur dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
May it please you, my Lord. It is with much pleasure and honor that I appear before my Lord this morning to move the petition of Ms. Hugh Yok Kwan. For my Lord's information, the petitioner was born in 1993 in KL, firstborn child to Mr. Hugh Fa Chin and Mrs. Lim Mi Hua. The petitioner received her secondary education and did her STPM at SNJKU Hua. The petitioner then read law under the University of London External Programme and graduated in 2016. Thereafter, the petitioner proceeded to obtain her certificate in legal practice. The petitioner had been honoured of undergoing her pupillage under the tutelage of my learned friend Mr. Lam Jia Chuan from Mrs. Lee Lam and Tam. My Lord, on this memorable day, the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her mother, Mrs. Lim Mi Hua, and aunt, Miss Lim Yu Eng, for their support, without which the petitioner would not be here today. The petitioner would also like to share her achievement with her brother for the encouragement and constant support. The petitioner is grateful that the session today is being live streamed so that her family who are far away are able to witness this memorable moment together with her. The petitioner would like to thank her pupil master for providing her guidance and advice during her pupillage. Besides that, she will always remember all the valuable advice given by her master, who not only taught her the law, but also the manner, etiquette to be a competent lawyer. The petitioner also wished to express her gratitude to the lawyers and colleagues at Mrs. Lee Lam and Tan for making her time while reading in chambers a meaningful and unforgettable experience. Lastly, the petitioner would like to seize this opportunity to thank her friends, particularly Rin, Ryan, Su Ting, and Mei Hua, who have always been there for the petitioner during difficult times. May it please you, my Lord, I believe your petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. And I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order, and Attorney General, the Bar Council, and the KL Bar Committee would have no objections. Accordingly, I humbly pray that this honourable court grants an order that the petitioner Yu Yok Kwan be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Kuasa Peguam Selangor tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Hugh Yok Kwan untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Obliged, my Lord, may I seek leave from this honourable court for the petitioner to robe herself?
Dibenarkan. Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Obliged, Yang Arif.
Izin Ya Arif. Petisyen keempat 18-370-02-2020. Silakan tim 4 kenalkan diri.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Chu Shu Fei, Pempetisyen keempat.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nasir Hamid hadir pada pagi yang mulia ini untuk mewakili Pempetisyen keempat Chu Shu Fei. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya daripada Majlis Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur sudah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. May it please you, my Lord, I present the petitioner Chu Shu Fei as a fit and proper person for admission and enrollment by saying a few words about her background. The petitioner was born on the 31st of May 1988 in Kuala Lumpur and is the second child of Mr. Chu Chin Kiong and Mrs. Chan Sao Ho. The petitioner completed her early education at SRJK China Yuhua before continuing her secondary education in SMJK Yuhua. The petitioner, my lord, read law and was awarded the LLB from the University of Northumbria, Newcastle in the UK, and then proceeded to obtain a certificate in legal practice in Malaysia. Thereon, the petitioner commenced her pupillage at Messrs. S.G. Lingam and Co. under the tutelage of Mrs. Radha Devi Radhakrishnan. On this auspicious day, the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her parents for their financial and emotional support, and her siblings, Chu Chun Hui and Chu Chun Huang, and extended family members for their unwavering support and encouragement. Her proud parents and siblings are present today to witness this special ceremony. The petitioner would like to specially thank Ms. Radha, her pupil master, for the guidance throughout her pupillage, and the senior lawyers at the said firm of Messrs. S.G. Lingam, namely Mr. Shan, Mr. Lui, and Ms. Anu, for sharing their knowledge and experience, which will hold the petitioner in good stead as she embarks on her journey in this very noble profession. Other than the exposure to the law and procedure, the petitioner informs me that she has garnered many important lessons, the most important being humility and the correct attitude in tackling the many responsibilities faced by a lawyer in the legal arena and in life itself. I am verily informed by her pupil master and those of her colleagues at Messrs. S.G. Lingam that the petitioner has all the attributes to be a success in her chosen profession. Her personable nature and team spirit mindset will be an asset for all time. The petitioner informs me that it would be remiss if she fails to thank her friends. There are many of them. We whittle down the list: Lee Gyok, Steffi, Diana, IC, Kevin, Brian, and Erin, and her colleagues at S.G. Lingam for making her pupillage an experience of a memorable one. My lord, the significance of today's ceremony has not been lost on the petitioner. Being called to the bar is an important milestone and a significant rite of passage. No other profession inducts its newest members with as much ceremony and dignity as ours. In light of the solemnity of the occasion, the petitioner wishes to record her appreciation to your lordship for presiding over today's ceremony, and also to wish all those being called to the bar today every success in the future. My lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections to this motion.
Ada bantahan, Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Datang kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
My lord, I humbly move this honourable court to admit and enroll the petitioner Chu Shu Fei as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Chu Shu Fei untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izinnya, Arif, saya memohon kebenaran daripada mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen kelima 18-470-03-2020. Silakan P5, perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Rajita Radhakrishna, Pempetisyen kelima.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lau Kisen, Peguam pengusul bagi Pempetisyen Rajita Radhakrishna. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan-Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan prosiding dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Silakan.
May it please you, my lord, allow me to introduce the petitioner, Rajita Radhakrishna. My lord, the petitioner is the first child of Mr. Radhakrishna and Madam Lashmi. The petitioner was born in India and raised in Malaysia. She completed her A-levels at Brickfield Asia College, EPJ. She then enrolled herself for the University of London's external program and obtained her law degree in 2018. Upon obtaining her certificate in legal practice in 2019, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in March 2020 at Messrs. Manjit Singh and Mohammad Razi and Partners under the guidance of her pupil master, Dato Mampal Sabdir Singh, who is actually present in the proceedings today, sitting next to the petitioner. My lord, according to the petitioner, she was exposed to various litigation and non-litigation matters throughout her pupillage. She was actively involved in shadowing her pupil master in meeting clients and legal drafting work. The petitioner said she was given the room and space to learn in a very systematic way, and she's grateful for that. My lord, the petitioner is very grateful for what she has learned and achieved so far. She would like to take the opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her parents for their unwavering support and love, without which she would be nothing, she says. And she says no words can express how thankful she is to her parents for all their sacrifices. The petitioner also would like to thank Dato Manjit Singh for allowing her to undergo her pupillage in the firm. She also thanks the pupil master, Dato Mampal Singh, for his trust and willingness to teach her and to share his knowledge with her. She also extends her gratitude to all other senior lawyers, colleagues and friends of the firm for sharing their knowledge and for their guidance. Last but not least, petitioner would like to thank her best friend, who is actually her sister, Shishwaya Radhakrishna, for standing firmly by her side at all times. My lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe the petitioner's papers are in order, and my learned friends from all the respective bodies have no objection to the petition. I therefore respectfully pray for the petitioner, Rajita Radhakrishna, to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Tiada bantahan, Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Rajita, anak perempuan Radhakrishna, untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Much obliged, my lord. My lord, may I have my lord's permission for the petitioner to rope herself?
Silakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Much obliged, my lord.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, petisyen ke-6 18-492-03-2020. Silakan P6, perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Nama saya Melanie Lim Sheng Ning, Pempetisyen ke-6.
Dengan izin Arif, Steven Chok hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen, Melanie Lim Sheng Ning pada hari ini. Rakan bijaksana saya masing-masing mewakili Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun dikenalkan awal tadi, ya Arif. Dengan izin Arif, mohon kebenaran untuk berteruskan prosiding dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
Thank you, Arif. My Lord, may I introduce the petitioner, Melanie Lim Sheng Ning. The petitioner was born in Selangor, my Lord, on the 13th of November 1996 and is the second child of Mr. Lim Siyong and Madam Tan Siok Lei. The petitioner read law at the University of Essex, where she graduated with first-class honours in the year 2018. Subsequently, the petitioner studied for the Certificate of Legal Practice and passed in the year 2019. Upon passing a Certificate of Legal Practice, the petitioner commenced a pupillage at Mrs. Raja Darrell and Low under the tutelage of my good friend, my learned friend, Mr. Chun Hon Ling. Today, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her parents for their immense sacrifice and unconditional love throughout her education, and also for their constant encouragement. Without the sacrifices and endless support of her parents, the petitioner would not be here today. The petitioner would also like to thank her sisters, Michelle Lim Sheng Rong and Melissa Lim Sheng Jun, for their unending encouragement and support in times of need. The petitioner would also like to thank the pupil master, Mr. Chun Hon Ling, for providing her with opportunities and guidance throughout her pupillage and for sharing lifelong lessons, wisdom, and advice, which has been invaluable. Finally, my Lord, the petitioner would like to thank her pupil mates who have made her pupillage experience an insightful and memorable journey. The petitioner further expresses gratitude to everyone at Mrs. Raja Darrell and Low for imparting their wisdom and for their guidance. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honourable court. I believe the petition's papers are all in order and that my learned friends from the AG's Chambers, Bar Council, as well as the KL Bar Committee have no objections to this motion. As such, I humbly move this court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Melanie Lim Sheng Ning, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
Tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur, tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Melanie Lim Sheng Ning untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih, Arif. Yang Arif, mohon kebenaran untuk Pempetisyen menjumpakan diri sendiri.
Silakan.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Sama-sama.
Dengan izin, Ya Arif. Petisyen ke-7 181648 10/2019. Silakan P7 perkenalkan diri anda.
Yang Yang Arif, saya Tinggi Dato Munira binti Mahazir, Pempetisyen yang ke-7.
Dengan izin, Ya Arif. Saya Yap Sang Chuan bagi pihak Pempetisyen, Siti Nazatul Munira binti Mahazir dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun dikenalkan awal tadi, Ya Arif. Ya Arif, dengan izin saya pohon dibenarkan untuk meneruskan hujan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ya.
Silakan.
Thank you, my Lord. My Lord, the petitioner, Siti Nazatul Munira binti Mahazir, was born on 29th May 1996 in Alustar, Kedah. She is the youngest of 3 siblings. The petitioner's father, Encik Mahathir bin Saad, was a retired policeman and the mother was a housewife. The petitioner had her early education in Sekolah Rendah Agama Integrasi, Seksyen 19, Shah Alam, and later at Sekolah Kebangsaan Toh Indra Ahmad at Batu Gajah, Perak, before she continued her secondary education in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan, Sultan Yusuf Batu Gajah, Perak. The petitioner, my lord, read law in University of Technology Mara, Shah Alam, where she diligently studied and graduated in a Bachelor of Laws with second class upper in year 2019. Now, my lord, the petitioner commends her pupillage at Messrs. Amrita V.S. and Co. under the guidance and tutelage of Miss Amrita Bali Senior on 3rd October and completed the same on 3rd July 2020. During her study in a university, the petitioner was actively involved in Persatuan Belia Islam Nasional Pembina or the National Islamic Youth Association. She was the Secretary of Society for 2 years, where she garnered the experience of handling programs, in particular charity programs in multiple education institutes in the Klang Valley. My lord, the petitioner feels very lucky to be widely exposed to the different area of law practice, both in litigation and convincing during her pupillage. She was given the opportunity to explore a plethora of undertakings in the legal practice under the master, ultimately bestowing the petitioner with invaluable insight into the legal practice, especially the unusual new practice of attending court through virtual media in this uncertain time caused by the pandemic. Now, my lord, on this auspicious day, the petitioner would like to express her deepest gratitude to her utmost respected and beloved parents, family members, for their unconditional support in every aspect during her journey and has culminated in her call to the bar today. The petitioner is no one without their support and blessings. The glory today belongs to them, my lord. The petitioner would like to thank her pupil master, Miss Amrita Vali, for her advice and guidance. And she would like to thank Mr. Daniel Mizan for being there and the senior pupil. And on this day, the petitioner would like to seize the opportunity to thank all her friends, in particular Miss Naila Julius, Miss Aida Zaidi, Miss Fariha Mio, Miss Izzati Fitri, and many other friends. And she would also express her gratitude for her LLB friends, especially her final year classmate, as they made the LLB journey more bearable, fun, and amazing. And the petitioner would wish nothing but the best for her friends. And lastly, my lord, the petitioner would like to thank her husband, Encik Muhammad Firdaus Muhammad Sani, and she is grateful and blessed to have her life's partner support, companionship, love, and trust. And she would thank him for believing him in her potential and for pushing her to be the best version of herself. My lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order, and my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chamber, the Bar Council, and the Bar Committee, respectively, have no objection to this motion. My lord, I would humbly pray that this honorable court to admit and enroll the petitioner, Siti Nazatul Munira binti Mahathir, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya, my lord.
Ada bantahan, Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Datang kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Dengan kuasa yang diberikan kepada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, Mahkamah dengan ini menerima masuk Siti Nazatul Munira binti Mahathir untuk didaftarkan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
My lord, I would humbly seek leave that the petitioner be allowed to robe herself, my lord.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Much obliged, my lord.
Sama-sama.
Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil-wakil jabatan dan peguam pengusul. Tahniah diucapkan kepada kesemua pempetisyen yang telah didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Diminta sekali lagi diingatkan agar tuan-puan kekal di kedudukan masing-masing dan tidak menutup video walaupun setelah selesai ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim. Seterusnya, ucapan dari Yang Arif Hakim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan selamat pagi. Pertamanya Mahkamah ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada wakil-wakil daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan, iaitu daripada Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia, Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur dan Selangor, dan semua peguam-peguam pengusul yang telah sudi hadir bagi meraihkan majlis kita yang berbahagia pada pagi ini. Mahkamah juga ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada ibu bapa, keluarga, rakan-rakan para pempetisyen dan semua yang sudi meluangkan masa untuk hadir pada pagi ini bagi menyaksikan majlis kita yang berbahagia pada pagi ini yang disiarkan secara langsung melalui sidang video. Mahkamah juga tidak lupa untuk merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan syabas kepada semua tenaga pengajar, masters dan firma-firma Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara yang telah membimbing dan memberi tunjuk ajar kepada pempetisyen sehingga menjadi peguam pada pagi ini. Herna binti Naping, Lau Kin Sing, Yu Yok Kwan, Chiu Shufei, Rajita anak perempuan Radha Krishna, Melanie Lim Sheng Ning dan Siti Nazatul Murnira binti Mahazir. Syabas dan tahniah saya ucapkan kerana baru sebentar tadi telah didaftarkan dan diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Today is a happy day. Indeed, it is an important and auspicious occasion for all of you who have been called to the Malaysian Bar and admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Being called to the bar is a culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and commitment on your part, and not forgetting the sacrifice of your parents in supporting you emotionally and financially over the years. Let me be among the first to congratulate you on your success. You have passed all your exams and you have survived the 9 months of chambering, and you are now about to take the first step in your professional career. It is a tradition of the bench and bar for a judge to say a few words of encouragement and guidance to all newly admitted members of the bar on a long call day. With this first step today, you are embarking on a long professional journey. There will be many roadblocks and obstacles along the way, but we must never lose sight of our destination. Long-distance runners must have strength, courage, and stamina to complete the course. And as the saying goes, lawyers never die, we only lose our appeal. There are many virtues and good practices to be followed at the bar to guide lawyers along their professional career. There are in existence, besides the Legal Profession Act, of course, the ethics and etiquette rules and Bar Council rulings. If you follow these rules and rulings, you will no doubt be kept to the straight path and will never have to face the wrath and agony of having to appear before the disciplinary board. Remember always that you are an officer of the court and it is your bounden duty to uphold the rule of law, to uphold good conscience and good practices, and to act truly and reasonably at all times. Lawyers have a duty to the cause of justice itself. Lawyers must never suppress or distort the truth. Lawyers must not regard legal practice merely as a commercial venture. If this narrow motivation is not checked and allowed to spread, the profession will one day consist of members who are no different from the ordinary salesmen who sell goods or services for money's worth and nothing else. I'm confident that you will strive to achieve excellence in the performance of your obligations and duties at the bar. I'm also confident that you will respect each other at the bar. Mutual respect must be earned and maintained. Respect is not something that is conferred or is received on demand, but it has to be earned. As often said, you command respect, but you cannot demand respect. On that note, let me conclude by congratulating each one of you and your parents and loved ones once again on your admission to the bar. I wish you the very best of luck in your career at the bar. Stay safe, stay healthy. Mahkamah dengan ini ditangguhkan. Terima kasih.
Baik, diminta tuan-tuan puan boleh kekal di video masing-masing ya. Ada sesi fotografi